Hello, Cancer. How are you all doing? This is your January mid-month reading. Mid-month messages. For those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please read the description of this video very carefully. Don't get scammed by an impersonator pretending to be me or any other tarot card reader on YouTube. I'm seeing some of my friends getting hit, man. I'm telling you, there is no tarot card reader here on YouTube that is going to chase you down and ask you if you want a reading. Don't fall for that. Also, too, the manifestation coaching calls is up and running. That is also on my website, along with the readings. All the information is in the description of this video. Hey, oh, by the way, for those of you who did sign up for the weekly coaching calls, next week, we're going to get into it. We're going to get scientific next week. Yep. I am taking mysticism, philosophy, analogies, and all this stuff, and I'm bridging it with stone cold rock solid science. Okay. So this is fun, man. I'm having fun on this little new venture, dude. I'm loving it. All right. Okay. I'm done babbling. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to do a past, present, future. But the main thing I really want to focus on is what's coming in. But let's go ahead and do a quick past, present, future for Cancer universe. Cancer, January 2023, mid-month, coming up out of this damn Mercury retrograde. Coming up out of it, man. We got like a week left. I think Mars is in retrograde now, too. That doesn't bother me nearly as bad as Mercury. I don't know. So let's see how the timelines are looking. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, let's get 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Two of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles reversed. 6 of Swords reversed. In the past, wow, I'm going to have to clarify this past energy here. I'm going to have to clarify this. Because what I'm kind of feeling here, some of you could have been dealing with somebody at the workplace, possibly. I know that's not everybody, but I had to get that out of the way because it came through. But some of you here were dealing with, I think, either you were a rebound or they were a rebound, one of the two. Because there was something going on here, I'm feeling like, with one of you, with a connection with a past person. And when the two of you connected, there was somebody else's energy still, basically, like somebody was bringing past energy into this connection, and they hadn't fully moved on from a past person. I can't tell if that was you or them, or both of you, possibly, when you all very first connected. I'm kind of feeling like one of you jumped into this connection without even really, truly, genuinely wanting to. Like, if it was the person you're dealing with, you may have felt like they were really in love with you, falling for you really hard. But honestly, if it was them that did this, I'll see here in a minute. I'm feeling like their number one priority was to try to distract themselves from some previous heartbreak. So it wasn't a genuine connection from the get-go. Not mutually. Creeping up into the present moment, though, I'm seeing you having good days and bad days. I'm kind of feeling like here very soon, there's going to be some kind of attempt to work things out with this person. I'm feeling like there is, but you're kind of imbalanced. I feel like you have some good days, some bad days with the Sun card and the 9 of Swords. I'm feeling like you may not want to admit this to yourself. Some of you do, some of you don't, but you're actually happier when this person's not around. I'm feeling like the biggest pain that you're feeling about you and this person parting ways was either A, habit, especially if this was long term, or B, just simply your expectations not being met? This is weird. This is insanely deep. I'm trying to summarize it. Honestly, though, if I was to sit here and tell you word for word everything that I'm seeing here, it would take like 45 minutes just on this one spread. So I'm hoping I'm summarizing this in a way that makes sense. Creeping up into the future, though, somebody is not letting this go. I'm going to have to see what this person's intentions are because I'm feeling like there might be a mirroring effect happening here. Could be a Libra for some of you. Also have Leo here. Yeah, I'm feeling like look, Six of Swords reversed and the Five of Pentacles reversed. I feel like there might end up being a conversation between the two of you. Hang on, man. That was intense. That was really intense. Let me see this past person's feelings and intentions first. For those of you who aren't inquiring about the past, sorry, hang on. We're getting to you. Hold up. But a lot of past energy just came through here. The 10 of Wands in the reverse. 9 of Wands in the reverse. So they are letting their guard. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. They really want you to think they've moved past this. I don't really think they genuinely have, but they want you to think they have. They want you to think they have. Let's see the outcome here. Is something new coming in or something old coming back? What's first? What's coming in next? What is coming in next? Boom. 2 of Wands reversed. You're off to a new start. You're off to a new start. Yup. I feel like there's going to be a window of opportunity where the two of you could try to hash things out. It's not telling me why, but for whatever reason, I'm feeling like you're not taking that opportunity. You either aren't recognizing that as an open door of opportunity, or you're just blatantly saying, no, I don't want nothing to do with that. I can't figure out which it is. It's probably a little bit of both, depending on who you are and what type of situation you're dealing with. Yeah, the next person coming in is a new person, but you're going to be entering into a new connection with unfinished business. And that's okay. That's okay. That's not a guaranteed deal breaker. I know we talk about this a lot here on my channel, and it's because it's so important. It's not a guaranteed deal breaker. You are not required to be glowing and floating on a cloud when you enter into a new connection. However, we still need to be working on our healing. New faces, if you're new to my channel, sorry, we're going to hit on this really, really hard almost every video that I do. Healing, the healing process, how to go about doing the healing process, and all the things regarding healing and evolution and ascension. That's one thing I don't really see many people in the spiritual community touching on. They'll tell you that you need to heal, but they don't really tell you how. So what we want to do is make sure that you're still reflecting on the past just enough to extract wisdom from it and apply that wisdom to your new connection. And then once you see how much that's improving your new connection, now you look back at that past situation and express gratitude. This is how it works. Now, don't get it twisted. That can be a very long, drawn-out process, but I'm explaining it as simply as I can for the video here. Let's look at the next person coming in. Let's look at the whole shebang. Let's just look at the energy surrounding the situation between Cancer and the next person coming in. 2 of Pentacles again. Hang on. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So by the time the next person comes in, actually, you know what I'm kind of feeling like here? It's kind of looking to me like the next person is coming in as soon as you decide you want to take a break for yourself. That's when the next person is coming in. That's no accident when that happens. I explain this to my personal clients a lot, the science and the quantum physics behind why that happens that way. But just know that that's no accident. The minute you let go and you say, you know what? I'm going to work on me. I'm going to do me. And I mean, you really, it doesn't matter what you say. You can't fake it. I'm talking about in here. You let go and say, I'm doing me. I'm doing me. I'm not worried about no one else. I'm doing me. Bam. That's when the next person shows up. And then here you are. Here you are like, well, damn it. Do I have time for this? Do I want this? I don't know. Sex-based connection. Going to be very, very sexual, very tempting. Very, very tempting. With this devil card here, very tempting. So I see you up in your head. It could lead to some conflicts because you're actually wanting to get your priorities in order. You're getting to a point to where you are so done playing games. All you want is your priorities in order, peace, happiness. Don't we just all want a peaceful life? Sometimes we get to the point to where it's like, fine, if the only way I can have a peaceful life is if I do it myself, fine. It's not worth bringing a person into my life just to keep experiencing all this drama. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. All I want to do is focus on me and getting my life in order. And then guess what? Right when you least expect it, bam, that's when they come in. Every time, man, like clockwork. But again, that's no coincidence. I know it feels like a coincidence, but it's not. When you take a look back at your life and you think back on how the biggest, most life-changing things that have ever happened to you always happen when you least expect it. There's a reason for that. And I'm not going to go into that here on this video. I saved that for my personal clients if you're interested. But just know that's no coincidence. It's not luck. Let's look at this person's intentions, what they want from you, what they want from this connection, how they feel about you. And let's see. Whoa. 10 of Cups. Okay. Hang on. I just dropped a bunch of them. Hody-do. Okay. Okay. 10 of Cups. That's good. This is in their intentions. So far, so good. High Priestess reversed. 2. Oh, shit. Okay. That's what I thought. So here's you again. Here's you again. Okay. So with this energy that you are blasting off of you, it kind of makes them a little bit nervous. I think it kind of makes them a little bit nervous to where they're wondering, is this going to be a battle? Or is this going to turn out to be something beautiful and successful? I don't know. I think you're intimidating this person just a little bit. I think you intimidate them just a little bit. But as far as their intentions go, I don't see anything actually inherently bad. No, I don't see anything inherently bad. I don't see them trying to manipulate you, run game on you, blow smoke up your ass. I'm not seeing none of that. I'm feeling like this person genuinely does want something serious. Outcome, then. Outcome. Will it take a turn for the best or for the worst? Star card in the upright. And the King of Cups. Okay, King of Wands. So the ball might not start rolling really fast right away, but I think you're going to see that this person actually does truly, genuinely have good intentions. And it looks like it's off to a good start to me. Looks like it's off to a good start. Empress. I feel like it will be long term, or at least it has the potential for it to be long term. That potential is there. Whether or not, and the damn Two, what is it with you and the Two of Pentacles today? What is with that, man? Okay, all right. Looking good, looking good. Let's get some advice. And then we're going to move on to the current person. Advice. What's the advice? Ten of Swords in the reverse. We already talked about this. Focus on your healing. Okay. We have this really bad habit that we as humans do. We get into a new relationship, and either A, that new relationship completely distracts us from our heartbreak from the past and we forget about it, or B, we deliberately and intentionally jump into a new relationship with one goal in mind: to take our mind off of that pain from the past. We can't do that. I mean, you can, but the likelihood that you are going to keep repeating situations that harmoniously resonate with that past situation is very, very high. Very high. Okay. Like I said, to make it short and sweet, and when you actually get into it and start doing it, you can come up with your own thing. You can do it however you want. But just to lay the foundation, this is the way I'm going to describe it. The first thing that we need to do is figure out what we learned. I know that sounds cliche. I know. What did I learn from the past? How can I extract as much wisdom as I can from that past situation and apply it to this new relationship? I have to apply it. You know, everybody always says, oh, well, I learned this, I learned that, I learned this and that. Okay, well, that's cool. What are you going to do with what you learned? Because if all you're going to do is sit around and talk about what you learned, then that learning experience does nothing for you. It's pointless. It's meaningless. So I learned XYZ, and here's how I'm going to apply it with this person. Now, when you see that actually producing positive results in your new relationship, now you look back on that past relationship and express gratitude. Okay. One big thing that you want to avoid is building your identity around the trauma. We want to avoid that. That will get in the way and sometimes bring the healing process to a complete halt. We don't want to build our identity around the trauma. See, the ego does not like to let go of its identity. It does not. So we want to do the best we can, and this is hard. It's not that easy. We want to do the best that we can to avoid saying things like, I am this way because this thing happened to me. We want to avoid that. Because if we keep repeating that shit over and over and over, well, we're building our identity. Well, I am this way. This is me now. So that makes it very difficult to take a look back in the past and actually see the deeper, bigger meaning behind why it happened. Makes it very difficult to look back and express gratitude for something that happened. Because if I'm going to look back on something that happened that's painful and express gratitude for it, then that identity I've been spending all this time building is invalid, irrelevant. And it's really hard. Until you become an incredibly skilled energy worker, letting go of your identity is hard. Once you get used to it, though, it becomes easier. But just starting out on the healing path, it's hard. It's tough. We don't want to let go of our identity. What's everybody going to say? What's everybody going to think? Who gives a shit? All right. Before we run out of time, let's look at the current person. Let's look at the current person. If you're not experiencing problems or issues with somebody currently in your life, this is not for you. What's going on between Cancer and the current person? The Fool card. So somebody may possibly be very immature in this connection. This could be something that you jumped into real quick without thinking it all the way through. Could be an Aries for some of you. I'm feeling like somebody, I just feel like this is something you jumped into really quick. Quicker than you should have. And look, there we go. The Cancer card, Chariot. Okay, the two of you, oh, you don't balance each other out very well. Yeah, you don't balance each other out very well. Whatever, like, I see you all not really actually genuinely working through your issues. Like, whenever we encounter an obstacle, which we will, okay, don't get it twisted. Even if this is your actual person, you're still going to encounter obstacles. We're not working through it. We're not working through it. We are not making changes. We stuff it under the rug, try to pretend that it never happened, and keep going doing the same thing that we were doing in the past. Feels a little bit one-sided to me. Feels a little bit one-sided. Some of you, you are the only one working on this. Okay. With the Queen of Swords, sometimes you're even questioning whether or not you even have feelings for this person anymore. Nine of Pentacles, you may feel all alone, like you do everything all by yourself. Seven of Wands, a lot of tension is building between the two of you. Okay, let's see their intentions. Let's see their energy and their intentions. How do they feel about you? How do they see you? What do they want from you? What do they want from this relationship? What do they want in life, man? When it all comes down to it, that's the important part. What do you want in life? Do our values align? That's the question. Do our values align? I would say arguably that's the most important question to ask. Do our values align? Lover's card reversed. Okay, so they feel like the connection between the two of you is getting weaker over time. It doesn't feel like the intense connection that it once did. Could be a Gemini for some of you. They do love you, though. They do love you. They do. They just feel like energetically, the two of you are becoming distant. They're starting to feel like the two of you might not be as much of a harmonious frequency match as you once were. With the Death card in the reverse, though, I don't think they want this to come to an end. Emperor in the reverse. Some of you are dealing with somebody. Maybe they're a control freak for some of you, but I feel like it all stems from their insecurity issues. Maybe they're very insecure. And see, some of you like, oh no, they're not insecure. They're so confident and this and that. Not really. Not really. Especially if you're dealing with an Aries. But this energy right here, Emperor reversed, very frequently the way it manifests itself is somebody may appear to be very confident, but they're actually not. They're actually not confident at all. They're trying to overcompensate. Make sense? Well, let's look at the outcome then. What's the outcome? Okay, Page of Cups. You know what I'm feeling like here? I'm feeling like somebody else is about to catch your eye. Yeah, man. I'm feeling like if you don't already, you're about to, like somebody else is about to catch your attention. Hierophant. Okay. Death card reverse, though. So I don't see you exiting this relationship, but I'm kind of feeling like somebody else on the outside is catching your attention, though. I see you suffering from the grass is greener on the other side syndrome. You know, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's really, really not. Remember how I said that one of our habits is we paint a picture in our mind of who we think somebody is, and then we grow attached to that picture. We do it naturally. That's just in our nature. Matter of fact, that's one of the most creative systems in our mind that you see what I'm saying? Now, this also applies to the grass is greener syndrome. It does. We see somebody else, and usually it's somebody that we really don't know that well. But what we do is we start painting this scenario in our mind of who this person is and what it would be like to be with them. And then if we don't check ourselves, we can paint this very elaborate picture in our mind of a scenario and then fall in love with that picture that we painted in our mind of how it would be. When in actuality, very frequently, no, it would not. That is all our imagination. It's not rooted in this reality at all. And, not saying that you're going to go that far with it. I'm just warning you to catch yourself. If you catch yourself doing this, check yourself. Okay. Don't let that get carried away. But I'm not seeing this coming to an end, but I am seeing conflict between the two of you. And I see destabilization. So the two of you are becoming less and less stable. Although I still see you committing to this and not ending this. Let's get the advice then. What deck do I want to use for the advice? Advice. What's the advice? Chariot reversed. Two of Pentacles reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Sun card. Okay. Man, I hate it when this happens. This is a split down the middle 50-50. Split down the middle 50-50. Okay. I guess the first thing that you have to do is we got to make a solid decision one way or the other. Because the truth of the matter is that whenever the energy is this unstable, if we just sit there and put our hands in the air and hope that it's going to magically work itself out one day, there's a 99% failure rate when we do that. 99%, it's going to fail at some point. Maybe not in January, maybe not even this year, but eventually it's going to fall apart if we don't check the energy and make a change. So that's the first thing. Okay, if you're going to make the solid decision, no, I want to work on this. Then that's when I think one of the first things that you need to do, I'm thinking this person's insecurities are a big thing that's getting in the way. So what do we do? What do we have to do as humans if we want something to change? We have to be the change we want to see. So if I want you to be more open and more vulnerable with me, the only way that I can invite you to do that is if I am more open and more vulnerable with you. We got to kind of get this person to get over these insecurities. And I feel like the longer the two of you have been together, maybe the harder this is going to be. But that's what I would focus on for those of you who actually want this to work out. Now, for those of you who are just totally over this, if you're just so over this that you're not even interested in putting forth any kind of work towards this, it's time to go. It's time to go, yo. Five of Wands, though. So we need to allow this person to be more open and more vulnerable, but we don't want to force it and we don't want to fight it. We can't force somebody to feel the way we want them to feel. We can't do that. I can't demand that you feel a certain way. We don't want to do that. We got to be the change that we want to see. It's the only thing that we can do. So I got to be more open and vulnerable with you. And I have to somehow convey the message that you are free to be open and vulnerable with me, and I'm not going to judge you. But if we try to force that, and if we try to demand anything out of anybody, that's going to do the exact opposite. That's going to trigger their defenses. Okay, and we're gonna reverse manifest. We're gonna manifest the exact opposite of what it is that we want. Okay, I think if you can get this person to open up, be more vulnerable, and open about their insecurities and things of this nature, then you all could save this connection and you could have something very beautiful. If not, though, time to go. Time to go. Okay. All right. Well, I feel like those were the messages that my Cancerian friends needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all again for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback you guys show me every time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.